everyone, welcome back to Three Kids in a Home. I am Tiffany, and today I am in our family room in our kitchen getting it decorated for the holidays. So as you can see, I did go ahead and decorate our Christmas tree. I decorated it off camera. It was just one of those things where it was late at night and I was at the end of a very long day, so I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get it done. And I did stick with the color scheme of the blues in this tree. I did opt for a softer look as opposed to the bolder look that's in our dining room. I added in some berries, some floral picks, a few of those champagne colored florals. And then with my ribbon, I did go with lighter colors. So I have some cream colored ribbon that has hints of blue in it, and also some white and gold ribbon. And I just love how it all came together. It's such a soft look that works well for this space. And so I want to go ahead and get into today's video. But before we do that, I do want to get into the verse of the day. Today's verse comes from Psalms chapter 55, verse 22, New King James Version, and it reads, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved." So to kick off the Christmas decor in this space, I'm starting with this shelf in the corner. If you remember, I added this a few months ago. It's from the Beautiful Collection by Drew Barrymore. So I'm just going to start with this vase. On the very top shelf, I always like to add a large vase to the space. So I'm just going to be adding in a few different floral picks, and then I'm also going to be adding in some blue colored berries. It's going to keep it simple, but also give it a nice Christmas look for that shelf. So I wanted to go with a frosted look for this space because our Christmas tree is flocked, and so I wanted to kind of continue that throughout the home. So the picks are from Walmart, and then the berry picks, those are from Kirkland's. The next thing that I'm going to add are these goblets. I picked these up from Kirkland's a few years ago. I did see them when I was in the store the other day for Family and Friends Day. They had them for $30, so they're still there if you want to grab those. I actually had intended to put these in the dining room. However, I put these on this shelf just to get them out the way when I was decorating, and I was like, oh, I actually like it up here, so we're gonna move them here. And then for the rest of my shelf, I'm keeping all of our base pieces the same, and then I'm just going to be adding Christmas pieces throughout. So that's a really easy way to create a look without going over the top when it comes to your shelves. Keep your base pieces and then just change up some of the accent pieces. So those blue trees you see me adding, I found those at Target this year. And then the gold little candle, I've had those for a few years. I got those from Michael's, and you're going to see me use a few of those throughout my home. So for this tray over here, I have these blue orbs that I picked up at Kirkland's, and to give it more of a holiday look, I'm just going to be adding in these gold and white ornaments. This sign has moved about 4 different times since I've started decorating this year. I just cannot figure out the perfect spot to put it, but I definitely want to use it. In previous years, I've used it in the dining room, so I'm going to step back and see in just a moment how it looks in this space. So whenever I'm decorating, I always like to stand back and look at what everything looks like. And so I really don't like the candles in that bottom left corner. I feel like it looks a little bit too busy, and I really don't like the busyness, so I'm going to go add something different and see how that works out. I decided to go with this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas sign instead. I found it at Walmart. It was part of the Texas House collection. And since I was listening to Christmas music and feeling festive, I decided to go ahead and add some garland over here. So I'm only adding it to the top and bottom shelf. For my fireplace, I'm going to start by adding in some garland. I'm layering in 2 different kinds of garland. For the base look, you saw me use this in our entryway for my Christmas Decorate With Me. I found this at Michael's during their 40% off sale. And then I'm also just going to be adding in some traditional flock garland on top of it. It already has these white berries mixed in it. And so I'm just going to be giving it a little bit more life by adding in a few accent pieces. I used the same ribbon from our Christmas tree to make a bow, and I'm going to be adding it to this garland. There are several tutorials out there for how to make a bow, and all you need is just like some zip tie. It's very easy to create. Back again this year are our village houses. I've moved these around a few different places over the last few years, but one of my favorite places to put them is right here on this fireplace. It just creates such a magical look. I also know that they're safe up here because our 4-year-old can't reach them, and this mantle is actually pretty deep, so I don't have to worry about them falling off or anything like that. And to finish off the space, I'm going to be adding in these light up trees that I found on Amazon a few years ago. I'm adding in some candles and then also a nutcracker. And that's going to be it for the fireplace. If you watch my entryway videos, then you know that our stockings are hanging on the stairwell in our entryway. So with the holiday decorations, our space can tend to feel a little crowded sometimes, so I do often play around with the furniture. So I did turn the coffee table around this year. It's normally running parallel to the long couch, so this just frees up a little bit more space. So to the table, I've added this tray with some fake snow. I also have these candle holders that I picked up from Walmart, and then these candles are from Amazon. Those are fake flames, so it's battery operated, but it still gives that nice ambiance. I was a little hesitant about adding in the snow just because I thought our 4-year-old might just be tossing this everywhere and it would be a headache to clean up, but so far she is staying away from it and keeping her hands out of it, so fingers crossed, you all.
Christmas is my favorite time. Christmas is my favorite time of year. And Christmas is my favorite time.
For this vase, I'm still going with the recurring theme of the frosted greenery and frosted berries, but I wanted to make sure I keep it simple enough so that it doesn't take away from the fireplace in the background. The next day I came in and added in these throw pillows. I really love how it has all the different hues of blue, and it also has some gold in there to just give it a festive look. I actually found these throw pillows at Burlington Coat Factory. They came in a set of 2 for only $20. And then of course, y'all know I love to add a sprinkle of joy throughout our home, so I'm just adding in this joy throw pillow. And we use so many blankets, so I'm adding in blankets as well throughout our space. These little light up cones, I think I found these at the At Home store a few years ago, so I'm bringing those back out. They do come with battery operated lights. And then over to our accent chair, I'm just going to be adding in this beautiful Christmas pillow that has a hint of blue in it. I don't really need to add a lot to our kitchen. If you're new here or if you've been with me for a while, then you know I do not like a lot of clutter on our kitchen countertops. Life is so busy, and with us constantly coming and going and 3 kids, it is so easy for that space to get cluttered up, and so I just like to make sure that we can prevent that as much as possible. To our kitchen island, I'm adding in this ginger jar, and I initially thought that I wanted it to be gold and white, but once I started placing the florals in there, the brown of the vase actually worked out perfectly, and it tied in with the throw pillows that are on our couches. So for this jar, I just got the typical formula, which is thrillers, fillers, and spillers, and it creates a perfect combination in a full look. So again, with this sign, I am trying it out, but eventually I decided that it was a little too long for this space. We do actually eat here quite a bit, and so this just was not going to work out. I opted to go with this smaller sign instead, and it is double-sided. One side says peace and the other side says let it snow. And so over here above our microwave, I'm just adding in this joy sign. Now it did have some different greenery and like more of a ribbon that looked more farmhouse style. So I just removed that and replaced it with this blue bow instead so that it could fit in with what I was going for this year. And that is a quick and inexpensive way to be able to use what you have to create a whole different look. So one thing about me is my husband says I'm always doing something. So I decided to turn our breakfast table around as well, and just to see how it looks. We've always placed it going the other way. I mean, that's typically what this floor plan does. It has the longer tables going that way, but I decided let's just turn it around, see what it looks like. And so I did take a step back, and I actually kind of like it this way. It does give us less room on the sides, but it does create more space on our floor. So for the holidays, I believe we'll leave it like this. My husband came home, he took a look at it. He decided he also liked it placed this way just because our son is usually in here practicing basketball, just dribbling around and stuff. So that also gives him a lot more space to be able to do that as well. But that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed watching. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And join me next week where I will be decorating the outdoors for Christmas. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoy the final look. Until next time, be blessed.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of